And we are live again. It is
Good
always good to
morning, good
see
morning,
you.
Sanbonani, Dumelang, Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen.
Yes, Goeiemorgen, Goeienaand. What other language am
Hey.
I missing? Salam, so there we go. I think I've covered base.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good
Everything
morning,
good?
Lucy. Hey, we celebrated, yo. The 31st, I promise you, the 31st of December, ne? If it pulls off its
Yeah.
funny stuff of raining and stuff like that, that's not that. We don't care. Because I think the whole country, it's safe to say, we had our New Year 2.0, May 28th of October. Legit, I think the whole country was
Yeah.
mad. Where were
Yeah.
you? Where were you?
Oh, we went to the Wonder Stadium actually to go watch it on the big screen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was a vibe. I actually remember messaging you and saying, "Hey, guy, tomorrow I can't. My voice is finished."
Yeah, no,
I
you
was
cancelled.
screaming.
Luckily, it doesn't wait. I think it was in the AM. You sent me a message. You're like,
Yeah.
I won't be able to make it. I don't have a voice. And I was like, Beg, I know. Trust me, I was in Joburg. I told you I'm going to end up somewhere. I was in Joburg and
Yeah.
being an annex, being she like
Yeah.
talk and she young kid. So when I got your message, I was like, don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Yeah, but I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. We ended up actually just gathering around and explaining the rules to people that actually don't know. So
Yes,
there was a
sir.
few, they
The
were like, "What's going
rules.
on? What's going on?" So they were like, "No, it's a turnover."
Man,
No,
it
my
was
rugby, it's coming,
crazy.
it's coming.
Kancane kancane. It's crazy,
And
man. Like
man, but
Saturday was
yeah,
just another different ball game, man. It was mad. Like I remember, well, the first place I wanted to go to just booked, fully booked out. This one was too far, etc.,
yeah,
etc. We ended up being super local, and
yeah,
even though the streams, like they had like one main stream with like six other screens. So the
yeah,
mainstream was the one that was live. All the other ones are like delayed by a second, two, three, you know. So we would
yeah,
actually watch the rugby through that other section that side. When they celebrated, we knew something's coming, you know. And when
yeah,
they were like fake celebrating, me that New Zealand made a mistake or something, you know. So even
yeah,
though everything was delayed, but it was such a vibe, man. You know, like sitting. I remember there were families there, man, and there were teens, there were people of all ages, and it was a really, really rad atmosphere. And I promise you, everyone was hugging each other. Everyone was in deep thought together. There was a period of time where the whole country was quiet. It wasn't even dark. It was just quiet. You could swear it was load shedding, you know. And we
yeah,
picked up again, and the whole country woke up again, man. It was phenomenal. I promise you. People were driving around town on Bucky's, back of Bucky's at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 o'clock, singing the national anthem. It was crazy, man. I saw people in the same clothes as I saw them the day before at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was just
yes.
mad, man. It was just mad. And Ram Ram was there. What did they say? 2-0, two World Cups, one president, something like that. Ram Ram was also there as
Right,
well. He
right.
even gave us a holiday. So, man, it's just crazy. But
Yeah,
another thing is, Sia said we must just take this to the cricket now because how we stood behind the
yes.
boys and how we were one. Now we should take it to Temba and the boys that side because they're also doing phenomenally awesome. Anyway,
I was,
sorry for
I
my
was
introduction.
no problem. I was actually expecting us to do what we did for the Springboks, as in now we do a cricket Friday. So everybody just wears green and gold to support our cricket boys as well.
True,
And it's
and
only a
sorry.
few that's catching on, you know. And hey, it's Ngama over achiever because now we need to learn the cricket rules as well. Thankful for myself, I used to actually play cricket in grade three,
Mini
so I'm
cricket.
yeah, but cricket is cricket, dude.
I'm just saying because that's where it starts, bro. It starts with the mini cricket. I can't say the brand name cricket, but it starts with that mini cricket vibe and stuff like that. So how many team you have?
Yeah, I was
And on
actually I was number five, Guma batsman or woman because I was the only woman there as well. So
I'm
I
a
don't know if that's a
batsman.
good thing or a bad thing. At least I played.
Man, number five is not bad. Look how guys like Gracie and them tend to handle it. You know, Japes also used
Yeah,
to handle it quite good as well. So anyway, like speaking about Pro Tier Friday, it's quite doable because If you look at the Springbok jersey is there, like guap wise. The
Yeah,
Proteas one is here, we can do it. But if the main sponsor comes out and says, listen, we're gonna drop shirts at a special rate for Cricket Friday or something, I think we'll catch on, eh? Because Le Prendi it's an Italian brand, no disrespect. It is, but
yeah,
they must just drop the price a bit and just make it for a week or two online specials because, like I
yeah.
said, the boys are really, really doing phenomenally great. Imagine if we wore our green and gold yesterday because we're playing the big boys tomorrow. We're playing India,
India.
so it's one of those things, man. But my suggestion is drop the price, man. We take it
Yeah,
from there. Then
definitely.
will you buy one if the price gets dropped?
I actually would. Look, I've got a Springbok jersey, but it's from 2007.
Yes.
I've got Bafana, but that's because of my trip that I took recently when I represented the country. Otherwise, being able to Umbone. No
The
disrespect.
PlayStation.
Yeah. And I'll definitely get one for the Proteas. I mean, look, the guys are doing well. Why shouldn't we show them support? Give them our money, our chankura. Just
I
say,
no no
yes,
no no no.
you guys are doing a great job.
Drop the shirt price. Drop the shirt price. We'll talk. Drop the shirt
Yeah.
price. We'll talk.
Yeah, but I just wanted to quickly run through the finals with you. I mean, for example, I heard the commentators saying that defense wins you trophies, and that was evident with South Africa.
Man, it's been like that. It's an old age thing. I forgot who the commentator was, but he always used to say, "Shut the back door."
Yeah,
He was a football commentator. Shut the back door,
Baba
and he said,
Mthethwa.
I don't know. I have a hemo, but there was one that always used to say, "Shut the back door,"
Yeah,
and the less you concede, the less chances you stand of losing. A unit solidness. Look, man, like
yeah,
we did give away points. It could have
yeah,
been a whole lot worse. It could have been a whole lot worse. The guys stood. We
yeah,
got cards on cards. The guys stood firm. Discipline, man, discipline. Because under so much pressure, it's so easy to put your hand in there and make a silly mistake. Because the pressure's there. The boys kept to their guns. Even when we got cards, the boys shaped.
yeah,
Like I always say, there's a lot of leaders in that Springbok camp. Everyone looks at Sia, Dwayne, a lot of leaders there, man. I love how Faf commanded the defense when it was needed. And everyone there's a leader. Your guys like Bongi, Trevor, everyone on the field is a leader, and everyone knows their role. And the way they stood up is crazy, man. And yeah, no, those guys really know how to put a country on edge. I don't even think Ram speeches are gonna even be as potent as they were. Family meetings, they were
yeah.
speaking about how if Sia opens his own political party with the Springboks, we're gonna have
It's-
new governing people in 2024. So it
yeah,
was it was mad, man. Like I did say, big ups to Andre Pollard, big ups to
yeah,
him because Mapimpi opened the door, but he also kind of closed it as well because
close. Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's poorly, man. Like a big man for the big occasion. What a guy, and in the next World Cup, hopefully Mani Labok grows and learns a lot, and he
yeah.
can he can take us to the next World Cup because at the end of the day, it's not about favoritism, whatever. It's about who can get the job done. And at the end of the day,
Correct.
you cannot buy experience from your local supermarket.
Correct. And I was just on about that. What next for us as South Africa? Do we rebuild? How many gentlemen do you see retiring after this World Cup? If I may ask.
But luckily, if you look at how the team is put on, man. Like you have a 20-year-old who just won his World Cup. Check a guy like David Willems. He's very young as well. He's if he continues his form, he's a definite one for the World Cup that's coming. We left the guy like Willems at Western Province. There's guys like Sanela Nohamba who are coming. There's guys like
Yeah.
Frank Horn who are coming. There's a lot of guys. One and them are still coming up the ranks. Reno Smith and them are doing crazily amazing in Italy as well. So there's a lot of depth, and very, we can say, obviously Thor's gone as well, but Faf and them can still push, even if they don't might not make it physically, but come on as an advisory role. And the thing is, the future's bright. He also came out and said nothing's going to change. He will always be
Yeah,
up for selection as well. So there's a lot of talent that's left at home, and we're
yeah,
getting to witness it now in the URC when all the senior players are taking a break from the World Cup and they're busy going
definitely.
on tour and stuff like that. And I just say, you know what, defending next year's title is possible,
Yeah,
but this was a special breed, man. This was a special breed. And if you look at guys like Apele Lefasi, guys who have tasted Springbok competition or Springbok competitive games, they still on the fringes, you know. It's their year to come up.
yeah,
It's their World Cup
definitely.
to come up. So there's a lot of guys who've been on the fringes, who've tasted the football, who've tasted the rugby ball, sorry, who are still gonna come up
Yeah,
and make us proud. We can make it three in a row. But it's going to be a challenge. Like it's going to be a challenge. But like I said, this group of players has been phenomenal. Because if you had to look at the retention from the previous World Cup, is not too bad as well.
yeah,
That's
and
my
I just wanted
opinion.
to shout out Kocha Smith. I mean, he had
What
the
a
most
guy!
turnovers in the
What a guy!
tournament.
What
I
a
am
guy!
so impressed about his performance. I mean, his performance has actually impacted the Springboks so positively, and yeah, just a huge shout out to him because everybody's talking about Elizabeth. I was see, yeah, but I just wanted to put his name out there and say, well done.
Like
You really,
like
really did a solid job.
Quagga, man, like I still say, if Quagga didn't get sent off in 2017 in the
Yeah,
in the Super Rugby final, those boys from Joburg would have been Super Rugby champions. I remember that red card that Quagga got, and it changed
yeah,
the dynamics of the game, man. Like I said last week, Quagga, you can put Quagga at prop, legit. Nothing is impossible for that man, and he's just phenomenal. And he's not the biggest, but the heart in that guy, man, the heart. And he's just a plain old
definitely.
guy who loves, who loves nature, who loves being chill, man. That's that, man. It's beautiful, man. Like, and he comes on for this amount of time, man. Explosive.
Yeah, definitely. And we're still keeping to rugby though, and I just wanted to talk about the women's rugby team here in South Africa. Actually, they're not having a bad run themselves. I mean, they've played 4 games, they've lost one, drew one, and they've won two. So I also just wanted to shout them out and say, ladies, you're also doing a great job. Babalwa, the captain, yeah, that
She's
woman.
phenomenal. She's phenomenal. She's strong. I actually had an amazing chance. I actually had a chance to watch them play in Poch. I think it
Yeah,
was 2.5 months ago. They are phenomenal. They're great. For me, Poch is a city that enables a lot of sports,
yeah,
world class sports. Because like I can say, 2010, the Spain guys were here. So we get exposed to a lot of sports. The Proteas are also here. The female Proteas are also coming as well. Jafta is actually alumni from Potch as well. So, like I said, I got to watch the Springboks play. I think there was at a tournament because I think there was Kenya as well. And the
yeah,
ladies from Zim, I think they were singing behind us. I remember I
yeah.
even sat with one of my lecturers there, and those ladies can play. And they're quick, and they're quick, and they're quick, and they're quick, and they're quite skillful. And they change status quo. You won't even believe that it's your. They are crazily good.
I was actually watching them and the tackles that they did against Italy. Look, we did lose that game by a large margin, but the tackles that were put in, I was shocked
It's
at the,
hot,
on the amount
hot,
of physicality.
hot, 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 hot.
Yeah, but
And
anyways,
that's
I
what
just
matters. Bafana just needs to buy a bit of hot, but tennis being linyana. Hey, I'm gonna be kind to you. I'm gonna be kind to you. I'm gonna be kind.
you're gonna get us into trouble.
How? How you can go buy it at the hostel, bruh? You can go buy something at the hostel and buy it. How am I gonna get us into
That's
trouble, Lucy? How am I gonna get us into trouble?
ah. When you mention Bafana and Jay, it's a hot topic on its own.
Okay, but they're trying. There's a 44-man squad that's out. They're trying. Anyway,
Yeah, so
tomorrow is
like
a big day.
I just wanted to congratulate them and going straight onto the cricket, like you said. I mean,
Congratulate the woman.
Anzwa?
Congratulate the woman. Iba fun.
No, I wanted to congratulate the woman for trying to, play so well. Like
Oh,
they're contributing. These young women, there's young ladies at home that look up to them, and they see Nguti as in there is hope for me in the sport. So I just wanted to say big ups to them. I mean, they're opening the doors for so many other young
a
women in
lot,
the
a
sport.
lot, a lot.
Yeah, and like tomorrow is just gonna be a big one for us in South Africa again. We're versing India. What are our odds?
Art is crazy, man, because like if you look at a guy like Quinny, 400, if you look at a guy like Grassi, if you look at a guy like Miller Time, consistency is key,
Yeah,
man. Against New Zealand, Kesh again didn't do much with the bat, but did amazingly with the ball. So it's going to be a great match, and um, India. I was actually talking to a colleague of mine. India has got world cricket like this. It's
yeah,
got it like this, and what they did to Sri Lanka is also it's nothing to joke about, eh? And they've got
gee,
guys
I
like
saw.
Virat, man. Virat is class, man. A guy like Kohli is class. You cannot replace that any day. You have your Jadejas who are coming and chipping in here and there. Another thing is India bats very deep. You know, we've left a lot of it to our middle order.
Yeah,
Our openers pick up here and they do well, but most of the time we've left it a bit late. And I think if we leave it a bit too late against India, we might see a problem because India
yeah,
bats very deep. But I can't even be so pessimistic about it because I thought the same thing against New Zealand because they came out pocket rockets and we
yeah.
just humbled them. And you know the boys just showed heart and character and yeah, because if I had to be honest, I already guided my games. I thought against the New Zealand we were going to do well, you know, but already looking to qualify for the semis at
Yeah,
like fourth, you know, but I don't expect us to do this great. That's why I'm rallying behind this thing of Protea Friday because the guys, Temba, Quinny,
yeah.
Looney, everyone's fighting, man. Everyone's fighting. Shamsi, everyone's there, you know. So we need to just fight with them and imagine if we bring two World Cups home. Imagine
In the
how
space of two
dynamite it'll
months.
be. Imagine, imagine. Then we bring the AFCON. Imagine how dynamite that would be. So big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow.
Yeah,
Obviously, man, I'm South Africa to the core. Um, keep to our discipline and with luck on our side and with the guys who are on form, may their
yeah,
form keep on
definitely.
prevailing, and we
Yeah.
definitely going to take India. It's not going to be easy though, because they also
Would
field well and they bat well and they bowl well, so they're a tight packed unit.
would you opt that we bowl first or we bat first?
Against India, I say we chase it. That's how I feel.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
say we chase because I promise you, you're going to give Virat and Galen them a target. You're going to give them a target.
It's late
No,
for us.
I say we chase. You know, I say we chase. This is how I personally feel
Yeah.
because I don't know, man. Give Virat a total. Let him see a total there, and it's a problem. You know, it's a problem, and it's not just Virat. Man, I remember it's always been like that. It's always been like that. Whenever you give India um,
Yeah.
a total, I promise in the days of Dhoni as well. Dhoni would just look at that total session as well, and they just chip away at it. You know, so yeah.
You
I say we ball first.
Yeah, and we actually still on international news. We actually have both the hockey team, men and women's team, playing in the African Hockey Championship, and the South African women's team is through to the final. They'll be versing Nigeria. Both teams actually qualified to play in the Olympics in France. So big ups to the South African national team for that. They did beat Ghana 7-0.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's looking good in the sports. It's looking good in the sports scene, you know.
it's
Okay.
it's
Siyathatha.
it's phenomenal, man. Especially if you look at a sport like hockey, I put hockey right in my heart. I used to play hockey,
Yeah,
so I remember in the days of Austin Smith, his captaincy was like one of the most difficult, you know, because
yeah,
these guys would qualify for Olympics back then, but there's no money, you know. And
yeah,
now there's professional leagues. A lot of our guys are playing overseas. A lot of our guys are playing
correct.
throughout the year now. But guys that you go from 8 to 5s and still come back and train for the national team.
Yeah,
It's amazing that hockey is getting the recognition it is. Like I said, at the Astro down the road, we watched. I think it was under 21, and when they beat they won. I think last year, I forgot what they won last year. But hockey is on the climb, man. Now hockey is on the rise. Female hockey, male hockey. Look at Super Sports Schools. Super Sports Schools is also doing a great job in marketing all these other sports. People
Yeah.
did not even pay attention to. Like, if you look at Pity Kutsia now, she's looking back and saying, wow, as a female hockey legend, if you look at the guys like Smith, and they're looking back, and you know what, I don't think they regret everything that they went through for the
Yeah.
flag and for the sport, because now things are popping up, and it's really, really looking great. And for me personally, I'm really glad to see hockey grow the way it's growing, and it
Yeah.
must just keep on growing, because hockey is a phenomenal sport.
Yeah, and kudos to Nigeria for actually qualifying for their first Olympic Games. I mean, they beat Kenya 1-0. So it looks up now, but
The
Bafana made
African
up.
Championship, I know, like I'm a fan of these African championships, because a lot of people are laughing at, yo, no, we beat Ghana 7, what, we beat Nigeria, what. So
Yeah,
that's personal banter and stuff, but not everyone knows that these teams before a certain time did not have hockey, before a
correct.
certain, and if we are not careful, they can come back and beat us in 5 years, because Tina, we tend to lose the plot in everything we touch. So yeah, that's my thing. African Championship is exposing a lot, because I rather have the guys come and learn from us and stuff, because we play the likes of your India, your Netherlands,
Yeah,
we play in World Cups, we play, let them
yeah.
learn from us, then them get there to the top and get hammered.
Hammered.
It's another story.
It is. And speaking about hammering, hey, what happened in the Carabao Cup?
What happened? But the thing is, I don't understand people, like, with all due respect,
Yeah.
when people look at, when a manager sits and plans his season, yes,
Yeah.
if I need David Ore side, there's that David Ore not scared of, You look at, with all due respect, don't laugh. When a manager sits and looks at their season,
Yeah.
and what's going on currently in Europe and Limzansi is a testimony of what's going on, of what I'm about to say. We play so
Yeah.
many games. We play so many games, and we were brought up in a sense. We were taught about prioritize,
Yeah.
So the teams who are not doing too well in Carabao Cup, I don't think money. No offense, because they are focused on. I'm not saying that's how it is. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Okay, no, everybody's entitled to their
So
opinion.
I'm very happy for David Moyes.
Yeah.
West Ham is an amazing team.
Yeah.
I knew West Ham from, I think, West Street Hooligans, and West Ham has
Yeah.
always been my secret team that
Infiltrated.
the bubbles, man.
Yeah.
West Ham is here, man, and when
Yeah.
they were in Europe as well, I was very happy for them. So congratulations to West Ham,
Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe a team like Liverpool, who have nothing to aim for this season, will end up taking the Carabao Cup, or Chelsea have something to prove,
Definitely.
Pochettino, it would look good on him, the Ikapi Akele, because at Tottenham, Bamba nothing. So yeah, no, Carabao was not bad. Obviously, Newcastle beat Man U sharp.
Mm.
What did the Man U guys say? No, it's Carabao Cup, it's Carabao Cup, you know?
But they won it last season, so I don't understand the double standards.
It's
I
like
mean,
how
it
they
was
win
good
this.
enough for you to win last season, but now, oh, maybe it's something that you were saying, Gutsy, you guys have got bigger fish to fry because you guys are in the Champions League.
It's like teams who win Europa, Chigi Chigi. You just won it last season, but then you talk bad about it. I'm like, but come on. Sorry. Everton and Burnley. Our boy got a 5-year contract, but Burnley now is hot and cold.
It is.
It's hot and cold.
I expected a bit more from them. I
It's hot
didn't
and
think
cold.
that they were going to buckle to Everton so easily.
But maybe they're also focusing on not regaining, but keeping their status this season. Well, it's not in South Africa where they can sell it, but staying in the top flight.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
say.
most probably.
Blackburn
And
Rovers, Yabo Benny McCarthy. Who else used to play for Blackburn Rovers back in the days? I remember them from FIFA 06, FIFA 07.
7 years.
Crazy team. Fulham
And
and Ipswich. Where was it gonna go, Brucey? Be honest with me, where was it gonna go?
no, like there was no question about it. Definitely for them.
Wasn't
I
Basil
mean,
also at Blackburn?
he was
Oh
for
yes, he was at Blackburn. Then I know he also went to Portsmouth as well.
yes, Portsmouth, yes.
Yes. Oh, building Portsmouth.
I think they are in not in the fourth, but the equivalent of not the Vodacom. Yeah, Vodacom League.
The
The
Villa Jomo,
equivalent of
oh,
the Vodacom
the Villa
Cup.
Santos.
Yeah, so they I think they way at the bottom, hey.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh,
since that
I
season
remember
where
that.
they actually won and qualified for the Champions League, and then they just decided to splurge the money. After splurging the money, they didn't think about the consequences. Then they couldn't afford to
I
buy
remember.
players.
I'll try to get us that squad. I remember that squad was phenomenal.
They had
Uh,
Adebayor, ne?
I remember Benny was there, Sharp Benny was there, Mbazo was there. Okay, but I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing really to write home about, but I remember that Blackburn. Hence, I said '07. Anyway,
Yeah.
Liverpool and Bournemouth. Liverpool fans are over the moon.
Look, given the circumstances of how the transfer window went, we
How did it
actually
go?
got more than what we bargained for. I mean, we were hoping to get the likes of Lavia and Casado, and that didn't work out, and Jude Bellingham, obviously. So bringing in Endo and Gravenberg, McAllister's is top quality. We all know that, and also Sabozley. I mean, we saw him at the Euros. We expected those two to perform well, but I don't think us as Liverpool fans anticipated Gravenberg and Enzo to get into the thick of things so quickly. So I think we were all saying like, oh, we dodged the bullet with Lavia and Caicedo, but I think it's also the technical team. We must give props to the technical team and Klopp like on how they work with these men, because we never know if Enzo what's this guy's name Lavia came through, he might also be performing as well for Liverpool. So it's just an environment, but I'm just glad that our midfield is finally getting together. Salah can stick to what he's doing best because you could see last season that he was overwhelmed. He's trying to create opportunities. He's trying to win the ball. He was trying to do everything. So now he can just relax and go back to assisting and scoring.
One question, Bruce.
Yeah,
For a 2-1 victory over Bournemouth, this is
yeah.
what you say. Imagine when you guys defeat the big boys, Uzo team. Because just a 2-1 over Bournemouth. 2-1 over Bournemouth. It's like
Listen, we actually started with our B team, Konanete A team, B team. So I was just impressed on how the boys collected themselves. I mean, even Harvey
against
Elliott as well.
Bournemouth.
He pulled through.
Against Bournemouth.
Yeah, dude.
No, no, I have a lot of respect for Bournemouth, man. Jack Wilshere played there, when he tried to revive his career. So I have a lot of respect. Bournemouth reminds me of Swansea. But I'm just saying, I don't know what you guys are going to do when you guys defeat Real Madrid or you guys beat Bayern Munich. Anyway, like I said, we also played with
Yeah.
our B team. Ramsdale was in goal.
Yeah. Oof.
I know they're giving me a time for his money, that one. They're giving him a time for his money. Reminds me of
Yeah.
Senzo and Munib. When Munib was getting comfortable, then Senzo just shot. And
Came
that's how it
in.
was.
Yeah.
So Raya is giving giving Ramsdale the time of his life. But that also shows how great the goalkeeping departments are, because now Lento Guti, you're gonna have one good goalkeeper and an
Yeah.
average one on the bench is
Yeah.
not doesn't work anymore. You must
It
have three
doesn't
of the
work.
best at the same time. And
Yeah.
that's what's happening. So I want to see who Arsenal is gonna sign, because Turner, man. I like Turner. I like
Do
Turner,
you
but
like him?
uh, but we need we need that. So I don't know, man. So that's what I'm saying. The goalkeeping department. I said
Yeah.
Arsenal just needs one more strong goalkeeper, and then we're
Yeah.
solid. Because like I always used to tell people, after Yates Lehman, the next solid goalkeeper we had was Czech, because we've had them all: Noni, Almunia, Chesney.
Chesney is solid though.
No, he's solid at Juve. At us, hey, he was pulling Fabianski moves, and yeah, no, hey.
And you guys face a very difficult task today when you guys actually play Newcastle United. How do you see that
We're
faring
playing
for
them at
you
home.
two?
We're playing them at home. We're playing them at home. We come from a 3-1 loss, so
Yeah.
Ah, no, the boys of heart, eh? The boys of heart. The guys from Manchester, the ones that should be worried. But the boys of
Definitely.
heart, I see it at 2-0 score line for the way of
Yeah.
Arsenal. I see
Mhm.
Fulham surprising Man U 2-1. But no, I don't want Man U to lose because the more Man U loses, that's what will play. Yeah, boy. And I don't want that. No, but no, legit.
Yeah, because there was actually this thing that I was reading on yesterday when they were talking about the power of the media, and the media has decided to sack Ten Hag. They're already spreading rumors that the board is looking to sack him, and they want to bring in Zinedine Zidane. I mean, you think after
Do you think Caesar will go there? No.
I could see him come through if they really actually approached him, but I don't think the Glaziers have approached him or Man United. I think they're sticking to their guns with Uteng.
Yeah, no, like they have to win a chance. Man U's changed coaches so many times in these past 6 years, it's not even funny.
But what do you think is the biggest letdown for them? Because I personally think that knowing Ten Hag's playing style at Ajax and the players that they currently have, Akfani,
Ah,
the players
Man
that they
U,
got on the market, it's not the same.
Man U should just, like Man U is going through a Chiefs, They must
Correct.
just they must just get to that point where they understand with T-Sharp we have our club DNA, we have our club culture, we have
Correct.
the way we are known of playing or known for playing. But it's a reset button, man. Try and find a new identity, man. There's a petrol station in South Africa that just rebranded totally and went purple and orange.
Yeah.
DNA, whatever,
Yeah.
it's still there, but sometimes you just need to overall, and that's what's needed at Chiefs as well, man. And but the thing is, supporters are not patient. Supporters
No,
are not
not at
patient.
all. No.
So yeah, I don't know, man. You can go into the market because this thing of always going into the market hurts the team 5 years later. When you jiggy jiggy find out tax evasion, jiggy jiggy you find out they broke this law because of the pressure of just going into the market.
Yeah.
So hey, I don't know, Bruce. I don't know.
The game that I'm actually looking forward to though is the Tottenham versus Chelsea game on Monday.
Pochettino wants to show Tottenham who's boss, and Tottenham still wants to maintain its unbeaten record. Huh. It's hot.
I don't think that there'll be a winner or a loser per se.
Okay,
I think
why?
it's going to be even.
I say 2-1 to Chelsea. I mean 2-1 to Tottenham, sorry.
So you give it Tottenham the win.
There's only two teams who haven't lost this season, and Tottenham's one of them. So,
That's reasonable enough. I'll take
so
that. I'll
I
take
I
that.
I, I say Tottenham 2-1. What do you say? Draw.
I say a 1-1 draw.
Who scores first?
I say Chelsea, and then
See,
they
if Chelsea
lose.
scores first, Tottenham can come back. Tottenham's
Yeah,
great at
big.
coming back.
And not just that. I just think that Chelsea just lack that discipline to stay focused at the back, and the midfield just goes array and they scatter around. It's like it's not a team; it's individuals.
Ayo.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm listening.
that's yeah. I mean, you see Enzo Fernandez trying to, pull the strings like by Anaklangan.
He's taking leadership and he's taking initiative.
No, I understand that, but I feel like at the moment, Chelsea is a one-man show.
I okay.
No, it's not a team effort because you can't, like, for example, I'm going to use the Arsenal game. You can't go 2-0 ahead and then all of a sudden drop the ball.
Yeah, Vele, when you
I'm
good,
not
Vele,
saying Arsenal's a bad team, you know?
no, he definitely is not.
Yeah, but then what mental, how am I going to put this?
It's the media. It's the media. The media drains the heart and the soul out of these players, bro. And it's us, the players. I mean, us, the fans.
Look, I understand, but there comes a point where now, as a team, you guys must pull through together. and have each other's backs. And at the moment, I don't think the players in Chelsea have that. That's just my opinion.
Sorry, we're all entitled to our opinions, but I say, remember they say Chelsea's coming back and they're gonna hit a U-turn, but not today,
Yeah.
not today, not today. They must lose
Yeah. I
today
mean,
and hit a U-turn next week again.
if you look at the standings of the league currently, I mean, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. Who would ever thought that Aston Villa will be sitting at fifth?
Man, you know Emery. I'll say it again. They should have not let this man go. They should have not let this man go because, like I said, he gets back to Spain, he wins Europa, comes back, um, puts Villa in Europe, you know.
Yeah,
And man, this man is phenomenal. And I just want to say, Villa will be playing Champions League next season
yeah,
because they believe in him and they gave Unai that thing you
strong.
need to know, do what you want, and
Correct.
it's paying off. I think what is it, 11 home games with no defeat. I think or 11 games with no defeat. So they're on a roll. They're on a roll.
And it's something that I've always said to a specific group of Arsenal fans that you guys must pay homage to Unai and give him the respect that he deserves. And when I said
Okay,
that, I was actually criticized for saying that. I'm like, you guys don't actually see what he was trying to build. I mean, he introduced the young people that you guys have on your team every
exactly.
day.
They all Unice boys. They all Unice boys. The guys who are thriving now, they're all Unice boys. Tell me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So like, he's also doing a good job. Brighton, a bit of a fall off. I'm sure they can pull on better results, but I think the fact that they're playing in top flight European football has also kind of set them back a bit in terms of schedule. So hopefully they can get into a rhythm where they can actually determine on where who to play, when, and how, and what tactics to use. I think them playing in Europe actually just threw them a bit off. The same with
Man,
Newcastle as well.
it's for me, I would say Brighton and Newcastle. It might
Yeah,
seem like they're falling off, but they're in two different worlds. They're in new worlds, you know.
yeah,
There's a lot more traveling now, you know. They're in different countries, you know. They're not just playing in different parts of the United Kingdom, you know. They're playing across
correct.
Europe, you know, and
Yeah,
their team depth is being tested and stuff like that. For me, sitting at 6 and 7 now, they're doing a
yeah,
stellar job. They're doing a stellar job. Regardless of what happens, they could just pick at 5 and 6 or six
yeah,
and 7. They still be guaranteed European football next year, and you must
correct.
just the way it is. West Ham United is also a contender because most they won the Conference League, so they would
Yeah,
also want to get back into Europe. And yeah, it's crazy how we don't even consider a team like Chelsea like, as the big boys anymore. Everton it flirts too much with the relegation zone, even from a very early stage of the season. Everton is busy there at the bottom, and for me, I'm saying they must watch out, otherwise they're going to fall very hard. But
yeah.
teams like
Look,
Sheffield, Burnley, and Latin make them make Chelsea. I mean, make Everton's dream of survival much more easier because look, after 10 games, they only have 1 point. Sheffield United. It's even
yeah,
way worse than Cape Town Spurs, who pulled off a great win over Orlando Pirates. Congratulations to Michael Morton and the lot.
yeah. I actually wanted to ask you. I mean, what were your thoughts and feels about that game?
The ball is not gonna go in. You know, it's there's a saying in football that says you can play for another 180 minutes. You can play for another
Yeah,
week. If the ball does not gonna go in, it does not gonna go in.
does want to go
And
in?
big moment for the club. Like I said, big
Yeah,
moment for guys like Michael Morton, Clayton Daniels. You know, the guys, the experienced guys. Congratulations to them. And the
yeah,
youngsters, man, there was a 17-year-old, yeah, Kichi Maliandon. That man, hey, Kichi Maliandon. You know, like, and that's what Ajax is known for, or Cape Town Spurs. And
yeah.
this is not a fluke, eh? Because remember, the last time things were so close, it was 2011 when Ajax was supposed to win the title. Then,
Title
a mistake
years.
from Hans Fonk. they
Was
gave it to
getting excited.
Pirates, So
Yeah.
there was a lot Ajax had to prove against Pirates, and they redeemed themselves. And congratulations to him. And may things change for Kapsa.
And they've next fixture on Wednesday next week is actually against Chiefs. So I think it would be phenomenal if they could actually pull off another victory against another Soweto Giant team.
Yeah, no, Maputi Kenyeza went home and no, he was at home and he showed Chiefs who's boss. And no one actually mentions how great Maputi Kenyeza is doing.
He's doing
Like,
a
and no
phenomenal job.
one is mentioning how good or how great of a job Maputi is doing. Congratulations to him. And yeah, man, hey, the 2-1 into Mbule. This 2-1 score is very dangerous
It
because
is actually.
if you listen to the post-match interviews, a team that wins 2-1, you must hear the coach. They
Yeah.
always thank the tactics. They always thank the tactics and the discipline and the shape and whatever. So, hey, I don't know, man, but Cheese must be patient. I don't know, man. Like, already now people are saying Kevin must go, but it's his first game, bro. And another good thing is it's good that they said interim, so they must keep
Yeah.
it that way
But
because
from what I understand, he's kind of like an interim coach.
yeah, for how long? But do you
Yeah.
think Cheese gonna go into the market again?
But to be available.
Shame. I heard he was sick or something.
Sick, yeah, he was admitted
Paul.
to hospital.
So, but do you think Peter will come to Chiefs? Do you guys have the balance for it? Are you guys still not paying Mulifi?
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know what's happening there.
Because when these contracts end, it sounds good in the media, but these people need to be paid out and all of that and all of that. So,
Correct.
I don't think Chiefs has the bank for that. But what can you say?
Yeah, but when there's smoke, kunomlilonyana, so sizobona khona.
But Chiefs don't
But
get relegated. Chiefs don't get relegated. They won't touch a trophy. But yeah, next season is Chiefs season. Touch it. Let me not say not touch a trophy because they're gonna take this video bang insane.
imagine.
Bang insane.
Yeah, but like you stated before, I think that we just, as fans, we lack the patience. I'm at the point with Chiefs now where I say, okay, at least if they don't concede, I set a goal for myself with Chiefs when I watch them. And I'm like, okay, if they don't concede this number of goals, or if they score this amount of goals, at least they'll be doing what I set in my mind for them to do because it's a process.
It
It's
is,
a
and
process.
you know what hurts me, man. Brandon is actually very good, but
Yeah,
because Chiefs is always losing, Brandon looks like he's not good at all. But he really is good.
he is, and he takes so many like slack. I mean, they're comparing him to Kalen, which is guys, that's wrong. And
I'm still glad Kalen is playing, regardless of what people say. I'm glad Swart is still playing. So regardless, I know.
yeah. So like on the point of that, guys, the racial discrimination that you guys are doing, especially on social media with the two players, it must come to an end today.
People and social media education is very
Because they
Bicha.
don't know what these type of things actually do to these people, more so women that actually try to grow the sport of football as well. And speaking of that, we've actually got Sundowns taking part in the CAF Women's Champions League. um hey
Mavula kuvaliwe.
hey, you know what, I see them going far. I see them actually going to the finals, but if they
Do
come
you see them
across
winning it?
if they come against this Moroccan team, what is what FAR
Hmm?
International in Morocco, it's going to be a task for them because they actually have a lot of international players themselves that play for the Moroccan national team.
Quick question.
Yeah,
What is Morocco doing well that we are not? Because the Moroccan national team is doing well, the female national team is doing well, their
yeah.
teams are doing well in Africa. Like what is Morocco doing well that we can copy and implement here? Because, like you said,
Yeah. For me, I see a lot of engagement with the Moroccan team and European team. So what they do is they're sending a lot of their camps on tour.
hmm?
to get them trained up. But I also think that it's also discipline oriented. I mean, when I went to Switzerland and I played the Fame Her Game competition, there was a lady from
Huh?
Morocco, and they just have everything sorted out. They are so disciplined. They've
What
got
do you
it worked
mean
out.
have everything sorted out?
Yeah, as in stage for stage, they know tit for tat what they're going to do, how they're going to approach certain situations. They just well prepared, I suppose.
Well, we are
And the
not.
development, when you actually go onto the federation's page, you can see the amount of development that they're doing, how much money they're pouring in, how much resources they're actually pouring into developing the game of football in their country. So it's actually amazing to see them and Zambia. They're doing a phenomenal
Chipolo
job.
Polo, Chipolo Polo, Christopher
Yes.
Katongo, Isaac Chansa, you, Kennedy Muweni, you.
The list just
All
goes
right.
on and on.
The list goes on. The list goes on.
Uh,
Yes.
do you remember Dennis Lotter? She's
Chisampama. Chisampama.
Yeah, he's also from Zambia.
Hey. Yeah, no, I don't know how I know. I don't know how I know about Dennis Lotay. He has been having pop. Been pop. I mean, I know olden day people, me.
Yeah. And then with Banyana Banyana, they actually face a task of trying to qualify for the Olympic Games that's actually taking place in France. The kicker though is that
Tembi. Yeah, she's phenomenal, man.
she
Man,
is
Tembi.
phenomenal.
Our Tembi,
Yeah,
Njai
so
game.
we've actually made
Man,
it through to the second leg of qualifications by beating Congo. It was
I think
actually just
3-1 on aggregate neck. I think it was 2-0
yes,
after a 1-1 draw. Nah.
yes, and then no, we actually lost 1-0.
Oh yes, yeah, but I remember we beat them
Yes,
when Stanley, I mean Cleveland Stanley Tembi scored. I think they played the
scored.
30th.
So now the kicker is that, and it's a debate that we've been having for years, is that there's only two slots available in the Olympic Games for African teams. And in the World Cup, I think it's five or four.
Okay.
So when is Africa going to get more slots in these type of competitions? And it makes it particularly hard because the best teams that are likely to qualify for these Olympic Games could be South Africa and Nigeria. It could be Morocco
Okay.
and Zambia. So it's really tight for the
I think
ladies.
Morocco. I think Morocco. I think Morocco. I think
Yeah.
Morocco and Desiree Ellis's team. Oh man, quick question. What happened with Janine
Oh,
and that
drama.
was years. Like I came out and I listened to Coach Days, man. I don't think she has malice and I don't think she would just deny her that opportunity. Like I don't
Yeah.
think she'd wake up and say nah. And I think it's the media game trying to twist things but I
Yeah.
really don't think Coach Days had any malice and like what does she have to lose from that? That making sense.
The problem with that is it's an occurring incident. So, if you would take it back to maybe 3 years ago when Banyana actually played in France in the World Cup, people expected Mpumi Nyandeni to be part of the squad, and she was secluded out of the squad. And when people were asking for the reasons as to why she was not included into the squad, the reasons weren't valid per se, or they didn't make the people happy. So
Mhm.
a couple of years down the line now, we've got the situation with Janine van Beek. I mean, look, with her going into the World Cup, she couldn't come through because she was injured. And she already accepted, when she spoke to
Mhm.
Robert Marawa, she already accepted the fact that her playing days or playing for South Africa, representing South Africa, is coming
A
to an
number,
end.
yeah.
Yes. So for this 360 now all of a sudden to happen, I mean, look, maybe they had a conversation and Des did promise her that, look, you are going to get your 100 cap for Ibanyana, I mean, sorry, and that didn't happen.
Mhm.
And apparently she left the squad, as in Janine, she booked a flight and she came back home. I don't know how true that is.
Hey, hey,
And then people were making
yeah. Mhm.
comments about, do you think it's an entitlement thing? At the end of the day, the coach is the leader of the team. and the coach is the one fit to make these decisions. But the way Des went about it, I don't think it's right. Because, like I stated before, it's not the first time that this has happened.
But hey, Days is under a lot of pressure, man, and regardless of what her team is doing well.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a golden generation per se. So at this stage, it, it's also like people are trying to make it a politically driven situation.
Yeah. It is alleged she withdrew from camp because of disappointment as she was led to believe she will add one more cap to her staggering tally of
Yes,
international matches. Uh,
yes.
she is,
So
yo,
Kunini, that's why I say we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. We don't know the conversation that Janine had with Des and the Federation to say, look, okay, at
but
least put.
surely can you not squeeze her in one more game? But I don't think she'll take it.
No, I think she stated that she's done. And for it to end like this, I think for me now, it's sad because I grew up watching Abo Janine van Veek, Abo Posha Modise, Abo
About Desiree
Mpumi
Ellis.
Nyandeni.
Hey,
It's just, I mean, there's
About
even other,
Sorry.
yes, like there's players that you used to watch, and all of a sudden they fall off the bandwagon, and you don't know where they are, and you have to do such in detail, um, what's this research to find out where they are, and you'll see that they're playing in Europe, so they're still playing football, but they're not getting called up anymore. What's the reason why they're not getting called up? So
Another thing is what's going on with this whole fixture clash thing.
yeah,
Are you going to see clubs denying their people from playing international games? Because I just looked at the number of games there were this week, and I'm not speaking because in favor Pirates whatever, but they play
yeah,
every second day. You know, Nissan Town is playing every second day. You
yeah,
know, like the teams are playing every second, third day. Sharp. A lot of people are like, yeah, no, your squad is big enough. Your squad can handle it.
yeah,
No, this is what about soccer. Then obviously it's these international friendlies that
correct.
interesting that don't make sense. It's these international friendlies, but when are we going to see players start being like, I'll rather ngidlale la and prepare for this one where I stand a chance of 100,000 rand for being man of the
Yeah,
match. You know, so yeah.
look, it happens with Joel Matip,
Huh?
where he was called up to play for his national team and he flat out refused. And then from then on the road, he was told that no, he's not going to represent his national team anymore because he denied going to play for them. It's going to start happening. I mean, a lot of
Because,
people or a lot of players are putting club football ahead of international, maybe international. I would understand if it's an international friendly, but if it's qualifiers, that's something totally different.
yeah, no, I'm afraid Lilawa, and I mean, I just look at the media, but you guys could not even get better opponents. Let us play against the team we haven't played against. Give us a Peru or something, give us a Colombia, something different, man. Give us something, Skatele, Swatini, Lesotho. Like we are tired. Like I feel like I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's getting to a point where
Give us
um,
Costa Rica.
even the turnout games, you don't see fans actually going to watch because we're playing against our neighbors. It's like, this is like a every second week type of thing, you know. If
That's my problem, man.
if the federation would actually put a lot of effort into,
Association. Association.
sorry, association, if they would actually put more effort into arranging decent games, I think the turnout would be much better.
No, like I'm no offense, no offense. I'm not gonna go buy a ticket to go watch our neighbors. Not a chance. I live
Yeah.
in Makosha. I wouldn't do that.
My problem is it's during the week, man.
Hmm?
Like most of these games that take place, it's during the week. I mean, we were having an argument with one of the SAFA
Correct.
representatives
Ulwelani. You must be calm.
No, you can't be hosting a qualifier for Ibanyana Banyana at 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon.
When do you want it?
At least make it about 6. Sibuye emakhaya,
Where was it? Where
sigeze
was
la
it?
abafuna ukugeza, and then we
Where
go
was
and we
it?
watch the game. It was at Orlando Stadium.
Hey, Orlando. Everywhere at 6 o'clock, where you gonna go?
I was gonna go. I was gonna make an effort to go. Yes.
Okay, all right. No, I hope you fought with them and they heard you, and they are
Yeah.
going to do better and become better people.
No, no, definitely. I mean, like, this is the only way that we can actually improve the game or our sporting code in South Africa in general. We need to put more effort, but I think it's also up to us to voice out our concerns and dismay.
All right. I
Yeah.
was Bus.
Yep.
I'm not getting a vibe. I'm not getting a
Yeah. It was good to chat to you as always.
I was in the Jersey, but there's nothing.
Pelile. You need a
Now, I don't
refill.
know what's in your cup. What's in your cup?
Coffee. Don't worry. It's coffee, 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 coffee.
Must be we've had that thing in for an hour. That thing is like cold now. It's iced coffee now. How do you still drink it when it's that cold?
It still has that potency, so it's good for me.
Who's am I
It's
dizzy?
keeping me
Okay.
alive.
All right, Bush.
Yeah.
Let's can it. Siqeda nini?
Cool. Sorry?
Siqeda nini?
We can call it a wrap now.
No. Ngitwena my senior game.
Oh,
Let's not make any promises because you're gonna text me and say on a voice.
we can do a quick 30 minutes tomorrow.
Okay. If you cancel on
Okay.
Mixasa. If you cancel on Mixasa.
Aye, don't worry.
All right.
I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not screaming for anyone.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, DJ Boost. TC Clip,
Cool.
I'm
I'll
going back to
check you
bed. It's
out
cold outside.
tomorrow.
Cheers, IG.
Bye.
Good night. Good day.
Woo.